In this video, we'll copy and move designs from one folder to another. After completing this step, you'll be able to copy a design, move a design, and use Save As. In Fusion 360, we want to get started by opening up our utility knife Upload To. The first thing that I want to do is I want to add some comments to the design. I'm going to call this utility knife test. I'm also going to capture a screenshot. I'll post this, and now I have a comment that's posting inside of a version of this design. We can go back to that, we can click to view it, and now we have the information saved inside of this design. The reason we're looking at this is because when we move designs between folders or projects, that information, those comments will go along with it. However, if we copy it, some of that information will get lost. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to take a look at moving this from project to project or from folder to folder. In order to do this, I'm going to go back to the top level of my 21 Intro to Design for Manufacture, and I'm going to create a test folder. Back inside of my foundational concepts, I'm going to close the utility knife Upload To, but then from here I'm going to right click and notice that I have the options to move and copy. I'm going to start by moving it into my test folder and selecting Move. Notice that it's pulled out of this folder, and I can move over to my test folder. If I open the design from here, I should be able to see the comment that we placed inside of this design. I'm going to go ahead and right click, and now I'm going to create a copy. For the copy, I'm going to put it back in my foundational concepts folder and select Copy. Now if we go back to the foundational concepts folder, we should see that utility knife Upload To is here. If we double click on it and open it, and take a look at our comments, you'll notice that the comments are not here. Even though this is the exact same file, by making a copy, it's removing some of that information. One other thing to note is that we no longer have multiple versions. The copy creates a new version at the last save point, while taking a look at the move that we created, it kept all the original versions as well as the milestone. So whenever you're creating a design, you need to be aware that additional information such as the older versions as well as comments will be carried as long as you move the design around, but as soon as you create a copy, you're basically creating a new save point for that last version. One more thing that we can do with this design is go to File and use Save As. The Save As option will allow us to create a new version of this design that can then be modified or used in another instance. In some cases, you might want a certain point in the design to begin exploring other concepts. In that case, creating a Save As is a great option. There are plenty of other ways that we can handle this, such as using Create and Derive or making distributed designs, but those are topics for another video. For right now, play around with copying and moving designs around, and once you're done, make sure that you close all your designs and then move on to the next step.